Yay.
Good grief.
So anyway, do you know Deborah Hodges over there at Hall Sausage?
I think I have met her before.
Awesome lady. Awesome,
Yep,
lady,
yep.
awesome company.
Awesome family.
Awesome family.
Mhm.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
They're one of our sponsors.
Yeah, they are. Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats.
Iroquois. That's it. Iroquois. I love just Iroquois.
Yeah.
Anyway, being a little silly today. Stu's got me dysfunctional here but he's got us back. He's got us up and going.
Yeah.
Also, we want to mention the fine folks down there at Bob's Downtown Diner. I haven't been as well. I've been out of town, but I wasn't able to go this morning, and I feel like I've missed a date. Like
you cheated on him. That's what you did. You cheated on him with the city of Kansas City.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't eat no breakfast while I was there. Just so I wouldn't.
Because you were sleeping till noon?
Probably so.
Yeah,
that's the best sleep in between the time you're supposed to get up and the time your alarm finally goes off. But anyway, yeah, they're down there. I'm sure that they're crowded right now and listening to us, but they're there at the corner of Fat and Happy. If you ask, corner of Fat and Happy.
Google it. Give it a goog.
Just look for the crowd of people out on and Marcus Elizondo out on the sidewalk playing his guitar. So, and also Butch Cassidy's there.
Been there before?
Yeah, I know you have. At the corner of Florida and O'Shell, which we fondly call Floshell.
Yeah.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Le Bachon Wine and Tapas Bar. And let me tell you, of course, they're known for their charcuterie boards and their fine wine, their nice wine selection by the glass. But I'll tell you something that's getting real popular there. Monday nights, Caitlin Horn, who is a certified chef, trained in New Orleans, and she's worked at a couple of restaurants there in the Eastern Shore area. She does her own thing on Monday night there, and she does their menu, but she does her own meals too that she brings and does and prepares and serves there, and it is getting popular. And so the thing to do on Monday night, if you don't have anything to do and you're looking for something exciting to do, go to Le Bachon on Tuesday nights. I'm on Monday nights, I'm sorry. And they open at 4. And she's got a show going on with all her fine dining experience. And she does a phenomenal job. And I have people all the time posting on, I see people all the time, folk posting on Facebook that normally hadn't been there and never gone there. And they love her and they love her food and they love her style of cooking, and she is really kicking butt there with that. Also, I want to mention
we'll do it.
East Shore, and everybody keeps calling it Eastern Shore Cafe, but it's East Shore Cafe.
I thought it was East Show Cafe.
Well, they call it that too. I guess it's kind of like Lodi and all that. East Show. But anyway, 25 years.
Really,
they've been there.
All right.
That's astonishing. That's great to hear. Great to hear. They must be doing a great job.
Yeah, must be.
Great job. But at the same time, there is sad news. Biscuit King today is the last day. Biscuit King is serving. I saw a post on Facebook this morning. People were lined up down County Road 32, trying to get them. Not 32. It's a difference.
Another algebraic formula. Baldwin County, use name. This is not 1912. You've had enough people live on these streets to name a street after someone that lived on
it. I go north and south so much over there, I can't remember which way the numbers go. No, it's not 30. It's the next road down, County Road.
33?
No, they
because none of the numbers make sense. That's the other thing.
30 or 28.
Odd numbers should only go north to south.
Regardless,
their numbers should
only today is our last day. Today's our last day. No more Biscuit King after today. That's sad. I know people loved it forever.
Best way to find
for
out
a long time.
Hey Siri.
Or just Google it. Like Stu tells me all the time.
You just made a bunch of people's phones sound off.
There you go. There you go.
What?
I don't know if you've kept up with it, but there's been a competition going around a bunch of local chefs, well, nationwide, that the James Beard Award people have been putting on, and it's called Favorite Chef. Well, no, Okay. Well, I have, and we have one chef that is in the final 5,
Excellent.
and it's Chef Fletch Miller,
Hmm.
who used to be down at the wharf, and now she's at the Island House. She's been there for 3 years at the DoubleTree by Hilton. And I didn't know she'd been there 3 years, but she has made the final 5.
Outstanding.
And I don't know what the details are anymore on that, other than out of all the thousands of people and a lot of people I know
Right.
and we know that competed in it. And I heard there's a lady in Bay Minette, and I think it's Bay Minette. There's like a housewife, which is honorable, very honorable. Not put it out, but sometimes that's the best cooking you'll ever find. Sometimes, but she's in the final 5.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Chef Fletch, is what everybody calls her, and she's a Food Network. I mean, not Food Network. She is a World Food Champion in her own right. And
She's harder to be a World Food Champion than it is to get on Food Network.
Yeah, sure is. I don't know where she's from, but she works down in Orange Beach.
Oh, okay.
She's in Orange Beach.
Local.
She was at Bellagio's for a long time, for like 8 years,
Nice.
and now she's at the Island House, and that's owned by Hilton. Yeah, so good job for her. Good job for her.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So
Doing the neighborhood proud.
yes, very, very proud. Oh, and happy National Cheesecake Day. by the way.
Cheesecake Day.
Yeah,
Mm.
I love me
Now
some
we're talking.
cheese.
Interesting piece of information.
Okay.
Cheesecake does not contain cheese,
Right.
and it's not a cake.
Well, I was going to ask you,
It is a custard pie.
I was going to
this
say,
this
cream
debate
cheese
is
is
going
not-
on.
Cream cheese is not cheese, it's cream.
Yeah.
There is a cheesecake, though, that does contain cheese, and that is the Italian style they make with ricotta.
You know,
But
there's
that's the only true cheese.
interesting you bring
But it's
this
still
up.
not a cake.
Interesting you bring this up
I didn't, you did.
because Baldwin County Foodie, the
Mm.
Baldwin County Foodies,
Mhm.
that's the question asked:
Mm.
is cheesecake a cake or a pie?
It is a pie.
more
It
of a custard pie than it is.
Yeah, it is a
All right.
custard pie. It has no cheese and it's not a cake. The cake involves flour and is baked.
Hmm.
This is
Is it because of the thickness that they qualified it as a cake then?
no, they just decided to call it that.
Steve, what's your favorite pie?
Oh, that's a toss-up.
Cheesecake,
No, that's a toss between apple
classic.
and
Do you prefer American or cheddar cheese on your apple pie?
neither. New.
I don't want cheese on mine.
What the heck is that all about?
I'll put
That
ice
is
cream on the
apple
side.
pie a la
Right, ice
mode.
cream. Nice.
Apple pie a la mode is not ice cream on an apple pie. It is ice cream and cheese on an apple pie.
Mm.
It's
This is-
fantastic.
Well,
I
it won't be.
can't do the cheese.
It won't be a la mode then.
No.
It's just the apple pie with ice cream.
It's,
on the
it's
side.
Steve's mode. That's what that is.
Yeah. In Europe, traditionally it's cheddar cheese, but
Yeah.
here in America, we use the fake stuff.
What's your favorite pie, Stu?
It's hard to beat a good pecan pie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love pecan.
Yeah.
Pecan.
No.
I
Pecan.
know, I know.
Pecan is a Folgers can you keep under the bed in case it's raining and you can't get to the
You can
outhouse.
also put your wad in there. You can
Spit your wad of
you can
cheese.
spit your wad of tobacco in there too.
Like your grandma used to.
Yeah, that's what she did stuff.
Yeah.
She'd take her teeth out and
Yeah.
do stuff. But
Uh,
listen,
I mean, I just love pies. I really do. Cake is fine.
mm,
Have you had cake?
Huh?
It's a cake with a pie in the middle of it.
I thought that's what cheesecake was.
No. It's
It's
an
got a
actual
crust.
cake,
It's got a crust.
and then there's a pie in the middle of the cake.
how you do that?
You fill your cake pan halfway up with batter, then you put your pie in it, and then you pour the rest of the batter on top and bake it.
Well, what about that mushy, nasty
It's
pan
really
pizza
good.
thing?
And the really good part about it, or the ones that I've had, is it's usually like spice cake, which is not great by itself. It's okay. It's one of those, someone brings you some spice cake, you're like, yeah, okay, this is fine. But then you have an apple pie in the middle of it,
Which brings
and
the
it's
question,
all the same spice.
which brings the question: what were they drinking when they come up with that idea? Was it an accident like Teflon or mistake wings and stuff like that?
Perhaps they're just creative.
Perhaps. It
Bored
was
and drunk.
creatively
They were
done.
bored and drunk. So
I
It's
said
a-
creative.
yeah, that's right. Incidentally, my favorite pie
Incidentally.
is buttermilk pie.
And why did you
Buttermilk pie
ask?
is a custard pie.
Why
'cause
did you
it's-
ask in the first place?
We were just talking about
Oh, okay, I
pies.
didn't know.
Just talking about pies.
Maybe it's like a pie.
But
day
yeah,
or something.
buttermilk pie is my favorite.
which is a custard pie.
Which
You
down
just
there
add a bunch of sugar.
at
in it.
Moggy's, Moggy's down around Fisher River, that restaurant.
I worked at a bakery in
Great.
Nashville, a German bakery, and we did buttermilk pie.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my God.
It's a custard pie where you use buttermilk instead of regular milk, so you've got a little tang to it, but there's enough sugar and vanilla and everything in there. It just tastes like a custard pie with a little tartness to it.
Interesting.
Very good, very good.
It just sounds cool saying buttermilk pie.
251-343-0106. What is that number,
I
Mike?
think that's the text or calling line.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
You think?
Late on, so I want to talk about
Nothing, man. I talked all last week.
Okay.
So you can dominate.
Yeah,
Every week I want to start doing a wine.
I know you've been saying that for 11 years.
We need to go back to talking about where we live.
We just did.
But I've already talked about it.
Yeah. Now, I did have one place that I went. Jack's up in Cincinnati. Jack's Burger. The southernmost Jack's in the state of
That's why
Alabama.
for a limited time, we're launching the
Fast food
homemade
place.
free
Just
event.
pointing out that.
Comcast Business
That's
Internet,
further
new
north
and
than
existing
Cincinnati.
customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free.
Is
In Mobile County, it is.
The entire
probably
year
from you.
free. It's our best.
Oh,
internet
yeah.
with the
I'm
next
more would be
generation
a
10G
lot further
network
away
with
from me.
99.9%
Although
reliability.
there's a bridge
Plus
out, I didn't know
one line of
this,
free
on Lock
mobile
Road
for a year.
going to Cincinnati and added an extra 23 miles to my trip.
Ooh,
That's quite a detour. Yeah, I added 23 minutes to the trip through farmland that has zero cell coverage, so there's no finding a better route. You just got on this road, you get a mile into it, everything drops out, and you don't know where to turn. Yep, you take 45 the whole way.
Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and
Except for when I was drunk, when I was drinking, I didn't mind.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Are
Yeah,
you
my,
getting all the benefits you
because
need?
there's always,
If you have Medicare,
yeah, it was a
you may
beautiful
now be
drive.
able to get
Have you been up to Cincinnati?
Benefits may include
I have
eyeglasses
not.
as well
It's a
as
little
visits,
oil
gym
town,
membership,
so they got
meal
some
delivery,
money.
and hearing aids with low
At
copay.
the very
To
north
find
end
out
of the
which
county,
benefits you
it
qualify
ain't close
for
to
and
anything
find out
else
if
in
you're getting
Mobile.
the
I don't
benefits
even
that you
probably
deserve,
visit.
you need to
You're looking
call
at 30,
Best
45
Medicare.
minute drive to
Licensed
someplace in
insurance
the county.
agents can look up your current benefits
Mobile
and
is
tell
a
you what
long
additional
county north
benefits are
south.
available to you.
Oh,
It's
Baldwin.
easy, just one
Yeah,
call.
they're
Tell
almost
us the
identical. Baldwin's got
deductibles
a
you
little more
prefer,
land
the doctors you
a
want to
little
see,
wider.
and if you want
And they are
prescription
way
drug
larger
coverage.
land
The
mass wise
service
than
is
anything
free
else.
and you have no
In
obligation.
fact,
You
if you
may
look at
even
the
find
Mississippi
plans with
map,
zero
Jackson
monthly
County,
plan premiums,
Harrison
zero
County,
copays
Stone
on many
County,
services, and zero deductibles. You deserve
wow,
every medical
whatever
care
Lucedale
coverage
is in.
benefit out
Those
there,
four
and we'll help
counties
you
are
get
the
there.
size of
Call
Mobile.
800-431-6905.
Yeah, thank you, George County.
800-431-6905. That's 800-431-6905. And let
Well,
Best
I used
Medicare
to,
do the
I
work
got
for you.
somebody
Every Monday at 7,
just
Jennifer Boozer presents Sweet Home Canabama. Brought to you by
Get on
Canabama
there.
in downtown Mobile, Alabama's
A couple of
first
years ago,
cannabis
they got hit
retailer.
by
Answering your questions with
tornadoes,
accurate
and they were
information and
completely
dispelling the
isolated
myths
from
of
the rest of the
cannabis.
county for
Yes,
almost
from
a
every
month.
corner of the cannabis industry. Check
And I went up
Canabama.com and
a few
email
months
comments
after
to
it, and
info@canabama.com.
the roads were clear now,
And
power's
join
back up,
Jennifer
but
Mondays at
just
7
pine
p.m.
trees
for
all
Sweet
over
Home
the place.
Canabama on FM Talk
Well, I'll put it up there.
1065. To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
You're listening to Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu. I'm Stu.
I'm Mike.
All right, y'all have a good day. No,
Stay cool, man.
yeah,
Stay cool,
I
whatever.
ventured up to Citronelle
Yeah.
Friday, Thursday after work. I purchased my first big boy bass combo.
Mhm.
There's a great company out of Indiana called American Legacy Fishing, and they only deal in American products for the most part. But the high-end fishing stuff, none of it's made in America. They don't make fishing equipment in America right now, unless it's a small family. But I went up to Citronelle to try it out, and ended up trying Jack's Barbecue or
Mhm.
Jack's fast food, which I've eaten at in North Alabama. And it's a standard, but that was the only interesting place I had. I had a burger and fries and got Luca burger.
Their fries are really good.
defroster. Extremely.
When I've had to go to
Burgers,
Birmingham or wherever,
yeah,
I'll pull into it.
their biscuits are killer for breakfast. But Steve tells us we have a caller, but we don't know what's going on.
Talking about barbecue. Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller.
You got me?
Yeah.
Got you, buddy.
Hey guys, I was just listening to y'all talk about barbecue. I have to admit I'm a food snob, and I love ribs. And every time I try to, if I order them out, my wife says, "Don't you do it?" I said, "Why not?" She said, "You know what? You're always disappointed." And so I find it very difficult to find good barbecue ribs anywhere. And around here, and I prefer a St. Louis, but the best ribs I've found that are around here that are spare ribs are LA Barbecue over in
Very good place.
Somerville, and I don't know what they do. There's really practically no rub, but they have a great texture. But I just can't seem to find them. And when I travel and to small towns, I always try to find a place.
Yeah.
About 6 years ago, my wife worked for the Red Cross, and she had a big territory. And she came back one day from Luverne with some ribs, and I was so impressed with them. I've been trying for 6 years to get back up there. And I had to go last Friday, and I went to this place in Luverne called Bush's, and they were the best tasting St. Louis ribs. They were smoked with pecan. They had this great smoky flavor, but not overdone. And I think they're the best ribs that I have had in Alabama. I just wanted to get y'all's thoughts about good ribs in Alabama.
Awesome. Our friends Phil and Foster. You know,
the music dynamo.
yes, they travel a lot. And you know where they go? They hit every barbecue place just about on the way to a town they're playing in or back. And they probably have some great ideas of some barbecue places. And the way to catch them is on Wednesday night at Callahan's. So they play every Wednesday night. And they put it on Facebook, on their Facebook page, Phil and Foster page. I've got a list going that they've been to that I want to go to because they travel a little more north than I do. I don't get too far north right now. But you know, we got some good barbecue around this area.
Bay barbecue, but they are the baby back ribs. That's what he did. I'm like you. I prefer St. Louis or country style to baby back. The baby backs are fine, but I'm still hungry when I finish eating a rack.
My favorite places right now, and you know, we're not a show that puts down places and talks negatively about places, but the places I love to go to eat at is at Bama Bob's, Buster's over in Robertsdale,
LA that he mentioned.
LA barbecue, and everybody raises.
Love LA barbecue.
They rave about LA barbecue.
And you know what kind of sauce they have, Steve? All of them. There's a bottle of every style of barbecue sauce, pretty much you can imagine.
There's
AJ,
a new place.
AJ, have you been there?
Yeah, that's the one he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But AJ, there's a new place. There's a new place right where Chickasaw and Saraland meet at.
Oh yeah. You just tried them recently.
Yeah, recently. It's called Three Little Birds. Yeah, it's named after the Bob Marley song.
Yeah, it's at Chickasaw Marina, so you're right on the water too.
It's super. I call it.
There's a place in Saraland right at the overpass.
J. Rogers Barbecue.
And I tried it, and again, I was just disappointed. But anyway, I'll let you go. But so Luverne is right outside of Troy. So if anybody is heading up to Troy, go to Luverne and go to Bush's Barbecue.
Bush's Barbecue.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I wonder if they serve. I wonder if they serve Bush's beans there.
I don't know.
But
that's not North Alabama. That's still Lower Alabama. There are only two counties make up South Alabama, and that's Mobile and Baldwin.
Yeah.
Everything else is Lower Alabama. If it's below Montgomery, you're in Lower Alabama.
Right. But going back to Three Little Birds, it's right there on the water. I call it smoke on the water, because it is smoke on the water.
Yeah, I fish there a lot. In fact, I will probably be in that area in the next week or so because I got a new style of fishing I'm going to do. Magnet fishing.
Oh yeah, I've watched that.
Do you know what that is, Steve?
Magnet fishing.
You have a very strong magnet tied onto a rope, and you chunk it in the water and pull up whatever sticks to it.
I see the
It's not
videos.
fish.
That
It's
sounds like dredging to me.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Right.
it's scavenging is what it is. You're
Yeah.
looking for any metal objects that are in there, and of course, if you're doing this and you ever pull up a gun,
Mhm.
you must report that to the sheriff's department because chances are, if there's a gun in a river, it was used in a crime.
Right.
So you have to turn those in, which I don't have a problem with. I'm not a gun collector.
Those,
I've got 3 that I inherited. I'll never buy another one.
there's those people on Facebook.
Yeah.
They find cars. They find
Yeah.
safes.
I saw a
They
YouTube
found all
video recently. I guess they were in New
Wow.
Jersey because they found a human body wrapped in chains.
Oh my!
So that I'm hoping not
That's
to
got
find that. If you
Mob
pull up
written all
anything
over it.
that's historical, like from the Civil War, you need to contact
Yeah.
archaeological thing. I would contact Blakely State Park.
I'll turn in a gun, but I ain't turning
Maybe
Well,
gold bars.
well,
in.
keep
I'll
it.
turn in a dead body too.
Yeah. Well,
And a
keep in
gun.
mind if
Oh,
you get caught with an archaeological item without reporting it or visiting a museum to report it, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines
Yeah.
because you don't own that.
I'll throw it back in there.
Well, that's fine
I'll
too.
throw it back.
Why would you not donate it to a museum, Mike, so that everyone can enjoy it and appreciate it?
I'm selfish.
I know that.
I'm just kidding.
Mike's like,
I'm
I
just
can't
kidding.
have it. Can't nobody have it. You find anything Native American, there are fines if you don't report that as well. But if I go in there and I pull up a watch,
Yeah.
free watch.
Magnet fishing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's for me. It's more the curiosity
Mhm.
stuff like that. A good way to get free lures.
I've been seeing it for
What
years
kind
on
of line do you
Facebook.
use for that?
Rope. Yeah,
What
I got-
pound line do you use?
about 150. Yeah, it's got a nylon rope tied to the end of it, about 50 feet, I think. See, I couldn't go to like Cedar Point Pier at Dolphin Island
Mhm.
because that pier's so long. I would drop the magnet over and it'd only be halfway to the water. I'd have to tie on like another
I
200
was going
foot
to
of
say,
rope.
how long a line do you look at? It just depends on where you're at.
Right, right. And most piers on the Delta, you're only going to be dropping.
Just the way
10, 15,
you
20
can throw it as far as you can chunk it, just throw it.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
start
you gotta go
dragging it in.
over your head, get a good velocity going, let it go. I mean, you could get some
I'd
distance.
probably
that
hit
way.
somebody on the pier.
Yeah, if you might like to hit the bottom of a boat.
Yeah,
and
and in fact, Blakely,
Somebody's braces in their mouth.
and I mentioned Blakely State Park. Their piers at their boat launches, where the cruises go and the nature walk,
Mhm.
have signs on them that say "No magnet fishing."
Really?
Because you're in a protected archaeological
that
area.
makes
Where
sense. Yeah.
I mean, that was the last
yeah.
major battle of the Civil War. Was fought there at Blakely. So anything you find, it belongs to them. And that's if I found anything that was Civil War era, that's who I would contact. But it's no different than someone that's got a metal detector on the beach. Chris Sherrill, our good buddy, who's
Mhm.
up in Birmingham now, lives up there. He loves to metal detect, and man, if he found a ring,
Mhm.
he found one time. It was like a U.S. Marine Corps ring from Korean era, and he did
Wow.
what he could to contact the family to return the ring to
There
him.
you go.
I'm not in it to get rich. It's a curiosity, and then if I can find something that means something to someone and return it to them after a year or 20 years or whatever, that's all the reward I need.
I wish I could get hold of that ex-girlfriend that I have. She threw my high school class ring down a sewer. It'd be nice to have that back.
But I'm looking forward to doing the magnet.
That's going to
fishing.
be cool.
I've never caught a magnet before.
You gonna put that on your Delta Safari kind of things?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
Probably find a lot of stuff down there.
Man,
I've never seen anybody in this area magnet fish ever.
I've heard people talking about it. I haven't seen them do it.
Mhm.
And didn't even think about doing it here until I saw the signs at Blakely that say no magnet fishing.
Steve, a long time ago, I don't know
yeah.
if you were living in Mobile, I think it was back in the late 70s, early 80s, maybe early 80s. There had been a bad rainstorm in Mobile, and the dam busted at the municipal park.
Yeah, 3 Mile Creek.
And so the water is running out. And in one part of it, they found a 65 Mustang down in the water.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a park I want to go magnet fish at. I was
What?
my dad was in the sheriff's department. I remember that flood because we were listening to his radio to keep up with what was going on. And the first person that reported it was a deputy, and he misspoke, and he goes, "Y'all," or he called in ahead, and they said, "Go ahead," and he said, "The Big Creek Lake Dam just burst," and my dad's eyes got huge. He goes, "I'm going to have to go to work," and he goes, "Sorry, 3 Mile Creek Dam." Okay, this Big Creek Lake Dam holds 45,000 acres of water behind it, and it's the city.
Bit of difference.
And everything below that dam would be destroyed, all the way
Nobody's
to
getting a bath.
all the way to Pascagoula. Big Creek
Boil your water.
Yeah, Big Creek eventually ties into the Escatawba River.
Yeah,
so it would empty out in Mississippi.
Wow.
So it would have damaged homes all the way down to Pascagoula.
I might want to come hang out with you when you do some magnet.
I'll let you know. Mayor State Park, I think,
I'll
would be a great.
I'll hold the
location.
camera.
And then
Can you do it there? Can you do it there?
They don't have a sign that says you can't.
I bet
But
they'll
now,
have
if
one
I got
tomorrow.
Now, if I got anything that was historical, I would,
Yeah.
contact Melanie, one of the park rangers there that I'm friends with.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
know somebody.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what helps.
I'm trying. I've met some conservation officers, and I try. These people are making it so that I can do the stuff that I love. So I like to meet them and thank them.
Cool.
Hey, Mike, what happens if you call 251-343-0106?
You have a choice. You can text or call us.
So if you call that, you can
And
text us.
just like AJ did. He called us and talked about.
He gave us a
ribs.
holler.
Gave us a holler.
We
He
gave-
shouted out at us.
Yeah, he gave.
We do appreciate it, AJ.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna talk. It's gonna be a segue to what I'm gonna talk about next.
All right.
Ain't. The hell is this?
Hey, it's Sean.
Terry
I'm
Connick
up
Jr.
with Mason Hills
Yeah.
Farm back in
Terry
studio.
Connick
What's been
Jr.
going on?
Oh.
Well, Sean, I've been
Booze Hound is
reading
on here just for
and
you.
watching on the news that the
My
USDA
Booze
has
Hound.
just approved lab-grown meat
our
to be
screen
sold
up
in
here,
grocery stores.
it
Yeah,
didn't
so
show
this just sounds
anybody.
disgusting.
Real
How would this affect
But
what we end up
I
feeding
didn't
our
worry about
families?
it, but
Well, Sean,
then
here's what's going on. The
after
big
it hung
packers,
up, it
along
showed
with a lot
AJ.
of the mail order meat suppliers, all work together, and the
And the
quality of
crazy
beef is
equipment.
sacrificed as a
Yeah.
result. Pretty soon, it's going to be hard to tell what's real
Yeah,
and
like
what's
right
not.
now, I
The
can't
only
expect
way to
it's
know
Windows
is to buy
Vista. I
locally.
can't bring up.
Also, since you
I think it
trade
is
your beef,
like
you're getting more
I think
value
this
for your
guy
dollar.
Don
So
sent
why is
us a
that?
text,
Because in the
but
drying
the
process,
messages go
we
all
have
the way
the
back
ability
to like
to
2
actually sell
years,
you beef
and
and
I'm
not
trying to
water.
scroll
They
to
have
get
a
to
great
them.
beef at that. I can attest to it. Also, like the fact that I can have it
Once you
delivered.
hit the
So
big
talk to folks
square
about that
over there,
ordering process. You go to
you make it all bigger. and
masonhillsfarm.com,
see if
look
that helps.
around, look at the different
Look
packages,
at that.
build your own, and you are correct. We will bring it
It
to
says,
you.
"Good morning,
Don't do
Dan
what
and
I do
Dalton."
and
So that
order
is
your beef
very
with Mason
holy.
Hills
Yeah.
Farm and masonhillsfarm.com.
Never mind.
Land Gap is your source
Well, there was
for
stuff
award-winning
here,
local news, in-depth
for,
investigative reporting, commentary, cuisine reviews, and
Yeah,
arts
see,
and
that's
entertainment
correct.
coverage, as well as the best sports
You
pages
would
in
think it'd
Alabama.
been
Land Gap is your
Yeah,
local
it's been
newspaper.
weird.
No one covers this area like we do. Find us around
All right.
boxes, or you can purchase a Land Gap
Michael,
digital
we have a
subscription for
message
just
on the
21 cents a day.
online
Not
from
only do
David
you
J.
help us
Hubble.
continue to give you a
Welcome
newspaper,
back, Mike.
you also get access to
You saw a guy who
landgapmobile.com
looks like me
on
in
a
Kansas
device
City,
devices,
but
as
taller,
well as almost
skinnier,
daily web-only content,
and balder.
breaking
He
news,
wouldn't look like
and
me.
It might have been my younger brother. The meals look fantastic up today, which is fancy
subscription.
secret.
So sign up today at my.landgapmobile.com. That's my.landgapmobile.com and help keep Mobile working.
One of
Advertising.
my
It's
cats,
how you
I got
encourage people
brand
to
new
buy your
red
products,
cow
services, or ideas.
for
Imagine
my
being
podcast.
handed a microphone to speak in front of a
I
stadium of
had it
30,000
set on.
people. What would you say about your
And
business?
I got
If
cat
you
grew up
were
on
six
I got
months,
three
you would
blankets
that
on
audience.
top of it.
This is Celeste Holland.
But I bought
Together,
this
we
waterproof
create an
cover
effective
to go over it.
advertising campaign. Our
That I'll
listeners
take it
are
off
eager for
when I'm
information.
Like a
Just
grandma
station.
would
Put it
have
back
all
on
of her
there.
furniture.
Businesses like
Well,
Yeah.
my Wildcat decided to use that as their litter box. So now I gotta go home with an
Hello
enzyme
again, friends.
cleaner.
I'm Randy Bergen, inviting
But
you to
it-
join me,
they
Coach
got it
Rick
all
Cleveland,
beat
and
it up.
Coach Mark
Just
Lassiter for the
surface
Drip
it.
Sports Report presented by
But
Outlook. It will be
I'm
coming
going
to
out
you
here to
live
Home
from the
Depot
East Shore
to
Toyota
get a
Hyundai Studios
that
for
real
2
light
hours, beginning
thin
at 8
plastic
a.m.
cover
every Saturday morning.
cover,
We'll visit with coaches,
and then put
athletes,
the
administrators,
put
and
the
as we'll keep you up to date
waterproof
on
cover
all
over
things
that,
travel along the
and
Gulf
then
Coast
put
of
blankets
Mississippi,
back over
Florida,
it.
and the state of Alabama.
Wake up for the prep sports
Put a picture of a
routine
bulldog.
this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m.
Now,
right here
this is
on
funny.
FM Talk
Just
106.5.
noticing that- oh, okay.
To
I'll
get
say it
on
on
the line,
the-
call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
You're listening to Sippy Chew with Mike and Stu. He's Mike.
And you're Stu.
That's the rumor. Now, Mike was talking about some stuff in the break. It's not interesting, but he said something that I find interesting. Here in the South, we tend to go, oh, you hear about Roy, he's got the cancer. Well, we're going to head down to the Walmart. You know, the goes in front of everything. There's actually a company that you're supposed to say the in front of, and Mike didn't do it, and none of us do. It's
What?
not Home Depot. It's the Home Depot. That's the name of
The
the
Home Depot.
It is. If you watch the commercials, they always say the Home Depot.
And by the way, Roy does not have cancer.
Roy does not have cancer.
So, just
Well, I'm sure someone named Roy has fought a battle with cancer.
yeah,
Just not Roy
but
Seaworth,
not our Roy.
who is the owner of Butch Cassidy's Cafe, located in Flochelle, where he is the mayor. You can do the rest of the sponsors.
Okay. we love our folks over there at Butch Cassidy's.
Yeah.
And we want to mention Le Bichon Wine and Tapas Bar over in Daphne,
Daphne.
downtown Daphne. Man, that little area right there in Daphne, you got a bunch of little restaurants. Everybody is anxiously awaiting for Cousin Vinny's and hopefully Guido's one day. Don't know when that'll be. People
know
ask
that
all the
feeling.
time, but you know what, folks? When it opens, it opens.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
When it opens, people ask me all the time, what about the brick pit? Well, when it opens, it'll be open. And
Yep.
it'll be fireworks and
I get a
and
daily
celebration,
I get
marching
daily
bands.
questions. When's box out going to open? If I do, it'd be on my Facebook.
I was going to let you say.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm at the point now when they tell me we can open, then I'll say something.
But what is open is Hall Sausage and Meats,
Wholesale, meat,
wholesale meats.
but you can buy them retail. They don't
Absolutely.
discriminate.
Absolutely. And
Where is that? Hall
it's in Chickasaw.
on what street? Iroquois.
Iroquois, yeah.
You're making Mike think stuff.
See,
Yeah.
I'm still in a coma
He's
from
got
all the
Kansas City
barbecue.
on the brain.
That's
right
it.
It's the barbecue sauce. It takes a few weeks to get out of the system.
now.
There you go. There you go. But yes,
Bob's Downtown Diner.
yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. You're setting it
Get
up.
there.
I thought you had forgotten. We're moving on. Talking about your Zen Fandel.
I forgot to tell you, I did
Oh.
have a bologna sandwich in Kansas City.
City. Did
Yeah.
they do us justice?
It was pretty thick. It was pretty thick.
Because whenever I do one on a menu, I call it an Alabama steak sandwich.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. I heard somebody else call it that, and I went, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing."
Okay. All right. But yes,
But
Yes.
yes, Bob's Downtown Diner.
but we
Can
don't
you
want
get
to
a
forget.
Can you get a fried bologna sandwich at Bob's Downtown Diner?
No. But
There you go. There's the Stew's breakfast.
there's Stu's breakfast. He wants
Fried
to get on the
bologna,
menu, Tony.
Fried bologna sandwich with a fried egg on
Oh, that.
it. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
But make it thick. And he needs. To
Oh,
get,
yeah,
He
yeah.
needs to get the garlic bologna
Hall sausage.
From Hall Sausage. Yeah. But yes, but they do have the Bailey special.
Yeah, that Mike never gets.
I'm not in that price. I don't make that. No, it's reasonably priced. It's a ribeye.
Well, yeah,
So-
it's steak and egg.
Yeah, ribeye.
Yeah.
And but I'm excited with the fall coming up because I love to sit outside there,
And pumpkin spice. Mike loves pumpkin spice.
especially pumpkin spice. I like to put pumpkin spice motor oil in my car.
Yeah, pumpkin
During the
spice
fall.
motor oil in the car. He uses pumpkin spice hair gel to keep his
And cologne.
his boy band
And cologne.
hair going.
Yeah, and cologne. And deodorant. Pumpkin spice deodorant.
Yeah.
Always a treat.
Oh, and pie.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie spice.
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
You know what spice I use in my pumpkin pie? Curry.
Curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just about everything you put in a pumpkin pie with a few extras like cardamom in it.
All right. Earlier we were talking
Were we?
about barbecue. And I know everybody out there in the world's thinking, well, Mike, what wine goes great with barbecue?
That's what I was thinking.
The one I sent you the
Is that what
picture
you
of
were
the other
thinking,
day?
Steve?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, knowing you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just happen to know a wine that does go well. And I don't want y'all to get this confused with that wine that Charlie drank. It's a red Zinfandel. not a white Zinfandel, it's a red Zinfandel. And red Zins are very popular, and it's also called it's called the American grape, America's wine. Although it comes from Croatia, it has roots in Croatia and parts of Italy, but here we call it Zinfandel. And there's a lot of it out in grown out in Lodi and Sonoma area. Some of the vines are already 125 plus years old. That's old vine, and I've seen them.
They
A lot
brought
of
those
times,
from Europe, right?
I guess
Yeah.
they all came from Europe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, they're directly from old vines that came
You know
from
how they
Europe.
brought them here,
On a boat.
but
Okay.
but you know how they kept them alive?
No, I don't.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
They could
They love to eat potatoes. Everybody knows a grape loves potatoes, especially tater
They
tot.
cut a slice in the potato and stick the root in the potato.
Yeah.
How much is water is in potato? A lot.
Yeah.
And that's how they kept the roots alive and the plant alive. That's just part of it.
Now, do you recommend the wine I sent you the other day, the lemonade stand?
No,
at
I
Maine
don't.
and you don't
No, I
like
don't.
a strawberry lemonade rosé?
No, I'm not strawberry wine material. That's
I
not
am if I'm in the
that's
Appalachians.
it.
Seriously,
Well, that's fine.
right,
Yeah,
right,
that's
right. If I'm in
right up there.
Tennessee, the Carolinas, that is the wine that evolved
Yeah.
when Europeans came here and didn't have the grapes in that area,
Mhm.
but they had the mountain berries.
Yeah.
And I
Well, you
greatly enjoy
you
those.
use what you got.
Right,
Just
exactly.
like down here, we have the muscadine. But one thing we don't have is the Zinfandel. And Zinfandel, perfect with barbecue.
Mhm.
Goes great with barbecue. Goes great with hamburgers. It goes great with anything that's Creole, Cajun, spicy. And you think, well, what are the characteristics of the Zinfandel? Well, it's spicy. It's got a little peppery. It's got a little currant. It's got strawberry flavors. It's got like a peach preserve flavor, almost a little cinnamon like, and blackberry. I've always gotten blackberry. I've had some red Zins when you when you drink them, it's like biting into blackberries that you just picked,
Yeah.
that you washed off.
Was it the one
Because
from
case of birds.
Washington that you were just glowing about a few years ago that you said it was just like biting into a
Yeah,
blackberry?
it was actually Merlot.
Oh, it was a Merlot, yeah.
Well, Cabs and Merlots out of Washington State, but predominantly out of California.
Mhm.
But goes great with grilled vegetable, anything grill. It goes great. Where was that at? Well, like I said, it phenomenal with barbecue, and especially I like, I don't put barbecue sauce on my ribs or stuff when I
Right.
cook, but sometimes I like to put them back on there and spread some barbecue sauce
For a
to
glaze.
get that stickiness.
Yeah,
glaze.
that
Oh my
little bit of
God,
glaze.
yeah.
Now I like that. And I bet Steve's eating there. Famous Dave's Barbecue out of the Midwest. Huge, big chain. That's what they do.
All
They
right,
put a
hey,
light glaze, stick it back in
But
there.
I do recommend everybody try it. We got a caller, and then just
We
real
got 1
quick.
minute left. We ain't got time for a
Yeah, I
call.
know.
Show's over.
Well, what's your question, real quick?
Harold, go ahead.
Turn your radio down, Errol. All right, Harold, we can't hear you, and we're about to
Show's
about to be over, man.
Send us a text, buddy. Send us a text.
Call us back and turn your radio off.
All right.
All right, folks. How much time we got, Steve?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Well, folks, get out there, support local, buy local, be local.
Like you did in Kansas City this
I
last week.
I went
you
to
were
locally only. I did not go to
Right.
chains out there.
Yeah.
And
You don't consider grinders a chains? I mean, at one point he had 3.
well, it's owned by one guy.
Of course, it's Stretch, and he's a metal sculptor, so he sculpted the chains himself.
He did. Folks,
Yes, Michael.
I'm glad to be back.
Well, we're glad
I
to have
miss
you
you.
back. And the one thing that I have to tell you now that you're back is
What's that?
provolone.
Thank you, Stu.